Okay, we're back. Sorry, a little bit late, but we're here to talk about the bold and the beautiful. Here on JLJ Media is the Bold and Beautiful Me Spotlight. Hello, podcast listeners. Hello, podcast listeners. Hello, podcast listeners. Because this is important to everybody else.
Hi
Everybody,
guys.
yeah, say hi. Everybody say hi. Hi to them. And that's
Hi.
Tammy's laughing. That's Tammy's laughing. Thanks for watching us. It's our second to last show, our penultimate show of the year, 2023. I can't wait till this year is over. Thank you, Jesus. But I'm here with my ladies. I almost said ladies of the morning, ladies of the evening, wherever they
I
are.
know. I keep whenever you say my ladies, I always say of the evening.
Of the
Yeah,
evening.
of the night.
Night. It's Tami Goveia. Hello, Ryan Nielsen. And Amanda Russ.
Guys.
Cheers, y'all.
To all the folks who saw AfterBuzz TV in Maria Menounos' video, were messaging me. There's no AfterBuzz. It's her studio at this point, or whatever they're doing. But me and Tami ain't going back. There's nothing happening that we know of. Right, Tami? Nothing happening.
We have our own studio in mind.
Yes. And I'm working on one of my own at some point. So that's
Mhm.
kind of that's a thing too. Okay, so we talked about Young and the Restless. We did. It's out. It's out audio and video. You can go ahead and check that out wherever you get your stuff at. And after this, Candace Mack joins us for the first time ever on GHB Spotlight with me and Mr. Frank. I got 10,000 emails, Moran. We'll be doing an email count there too. And that's after this. We'll be talking about that around 1 o'clock or so. How about the General Hospital that to me, I could have slept through the whole week. Okay. This show, I'm gonna make a statement. I'm gonna make a statement. It's a little hard for me to watch right now because I lost my stepdad around this time last year, and he had an illness. He got sick all of a sudden, and within 2 months he was dead. So it's a little hard for us and my family, for me to kind of watch it a little bit, but it's good. And social media and public publicity, they're really keeping things close to the vest.
They are.
And watch this. So the statement is, I am almost believing completely that John McCook is retiring. And when his daughter posted that video of his dressing room,
Yeah.
I got teary-eyed. I was like,
I haven't
Me
seen
too.
it.
oh, you haven't seen it? It's going around. It's on his page. It's on his page. Promoted a book that his son and wife wrote about schizophrenia. That's out now, so check that out. But she did a video of like, I'm here at my dad's dressing room and showing everything.
It was sad.
It was, yeah, everybody saying it's upsetting. It was upsetting. I know. It was just like, I think, but they're not saying, Bold has not set out any announcements. John has not set out any announcements.
Sure.
They're really, I mean, this is almost old school. Like, usually they'll say he's retiring, so here we go. They're really playing this close to the vest, and this storyline is causing so much controversy, mostly about who's there, who's not there, who should come back, who may not be coming back, and who is actually involved in the storyline, who isn't. So this is my general statement. Ladies, how are we feeling?
Sad. I've been crying and crying and crying, Tami. And crying.
I have too.
When he said, I'm scared, I lost it. I completely lost it.
I have too.
I was like, I can't. Oh my gosh. I was crying so hard.
Me too. Oh, me too.
What about you, Tami?
Yeah, no, that scene, it was unexpected.
Yes.
And dag you all, writers, for, working it so well.
Right?
Because we haven't seen Eric go there. He keeps planning a party and I'm going to live life to the fullest until I'm dead. And then there was just this change that came over him when he was talking about Stephanie and the women in his life. And how precious Donna is to him. And you could just see the walls coming down, and all of a sudden he just caves.
Yeah, it's like it just hit him.
I'm scared. When he uttered those words, I just went, and you can, Donna reflected everything like,
Yeah.
What?
Yes.
It's okay. Like, oh God. And then
Because what do you say?
when she goes to get the water, and her hand's shaking as she's pouring the water, and it's just he's crying. I was like, it was so much.
Her acting was amazing.
It was so much
Jennifer. Jennifer, yeah.
So much emotionally.
Yes. I know that people some in the chat room and also online they're very focused on it. We don't know what he's dying of. And it's bothering them, I know. For me personally, I don't care. It doesn't bother me.
I don't give a poop. Yeah.
Why he's
obviously he's dying. Like, okay.
Okay.
So
it's strokes. He's having many strokes. And every time you have one, it causes more things. My grandma had that. And every time you have one, something else happens. So it's like a domino effect. I don't know if it is a specific thing.
Yeah. I know some folks, I'm just because I'm going to be devil's advocate on it. Some folks are really, and they say brought up in the chat, they're like, we don't even know what he's dying from. And I know a lot of folks like to know, they just do. When someone dies, they want to know right away why. I'm not the kind of person. I'm focusing on the life itself. I'm like, okay, well, whatever.
Yeah.
If they die, whatever. It's like, I think they do this on purpose.
Right.
It's because I don't think because it's not a storyline that's bringing, like certain storylines, someone's dying, they bring attention to something.
Attention to the condition. Right.
Yes.
Right.
This one, I think it's not about that.
It's not about that.
No, it's just about he's dying.
Yeah.
And what that means with his family, friends, the business, himself.
So what do you think about how he's handling it and not telling anyone?
Funny for me is my family. How can I say this? Older people can be stubborn.
Mm-hmm.
All three of us have dealt with this, especially when they have ailments or sick or going through something. And I went through it this year 4 times. And I've been through it a couple times before, where I feel it's a control issue. If you're losing control, your first instinct is to try to hold on to control, including your narrative, including who gets told and when and if. So I'm kind of going, I'm assuming that's what he's going through. He doesn't want the sad eyes, the pity, but he doesn't get. It's not even about that they love him and they would support him. It's his own ego stuff. And I notice a lot in my life. A lot of my older people, they go through that, but I feel like it's a control issue. It's just kind of like if I'm losing control, I want to control something. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's kind of what I experienced in my life.
And he doesn't want pity. He doesn't want everyone crying all the time and sad eyes, and he wants to like live and have fun. But I personally think it's very unfair. If he was my dad, I'd be very upset if he didn't tell me he was dying. Like, let me prepare myself a little. Like,
funny. My mother got breast cancer in 2020 during the pandemic. She didn't tell us at first. She had told her best friend. She told my aunt. And it wasn't until she was going into surgery 2 days later and needed me to go stay with my stepdad, she called the children together and told us. And some of them got mad, but I didn't. For some reason, I was like, it's your fucking business.
Yeah.
It's your body. And you're a grown-up. And you wanted to make sure, and she was like, I want to make sure everything was in control. I got everything under control, so what was going on before I told you. I guess I go back to me, I go straight into caretaker mode. I was like, I really don't care. But my siblings got mad. And I would never tell them not to get mad. I mean, I get it. I guess I would never tell them not to get mad. For me, I'm not in mode.
Maybe mad's not the right word, but I wouldn't be upset. But again,
No, mad's a word. No, mad's I mean, you could be upset about that.
like, but I'm super close to my dad. Like, we were best friends. We did like everything together. So I would be hurt if he didn't tell me. Like, if you don't want to tell everybody else, fine, but me, like, I would be upset. Do you think
I think
that they're gonna be mad? Like,
I don't know. Let's see the storyline, but how they play it, how they write. This isn't for real. I mean, it depends on how they write the storyline. I don't know.
What, Tami?
So here's how annoying this has been for me.
Oh no!
There we go.
The scenes with Steffi and Finn where she's crying about her grandfather.
Right.
You know, the scenes with everyone's crying.
They are.
Yep. And I get it. But shut up. Just shut up and be there and just show up. How are we gonna be at a party when how are we gonna be able to shut up?
Yeah, I agree, Tami.
Like, it's not about you. It's no Steffi finally. She said, if it was anyone else, I wouldn't put up with this ridiculous charade. But this is about grandfather. And I thought, finally, Steffi is stepping up. And, you know, hopefully Ridge, I just want to set him on fire. He has betrayed his father. So, like, but we've had this conversation before about him missing a chip in the brain, where he doesn't understand that what he's doing is causing more harm than not.
Right.
He should have just kept his mouth shut. And it's just, the whole storyline is just, it just makes me livid. It makes me livid with how people are react. That's why Eric doesn't want anyone to know.
Right.
Because everyone's going to be like,
but
then he got Zende, which everybody's bringing up, is stepping up suddenly and is like, fuck you all.
Well, at least this is a constructive storyline. He thinks he's being shortchanged and now he's going to bring down RJ. Like, oh, okay. I like this reaction.
Yes. Me too. I love it. I love it. He came back, shaved head, looking
but I got
fine.
so confused for the Thanksgiving episode where he walks in the door and he's got hair. I was so confused for like a second, like, oh, it's a repeat. Okay, I get it now. But
yeah, he's mad. He is salty. I get it. But to be honest, since he doesn't know, right? I'm surprised he didn't just go talk to Eric. Instead, he blamed Ridge and RJ, but who actually made the decision? Eric. So just go talk to your grandfather.
Yeah.
But instead, he's like, I'm tearing this whole place down and I'm taking your girl. And he really put on the charm. Those eyes.
When Zende was talking to Luna, he was like, I'm paraphrasing, of course. He ain't the only Forrester. I gotta get that from your man. He ain't the only Forrester, motherfucker. Come on.
Who's coming up?
Out the charm.
He's coming up, Tami.
Yep.
He's coming up.
She was just like,
raise that sail.
He looked her up and down too. He was like,
yeah, he did.
And she's all,
yeah, she's like, ooh.
So that pissed me off. Ridge, the pity party, like,
I was like, you don't get it to be sad.
I feel I feel bad for Jennifer / Donna because I really, really, really wanted to enjoy that relationship longer. Like, I love Donna and Eric together so much. I wish you could have had him for another year, just to have other escapades, another storyline.
Yeah.
Just enjoy that for a while longer. So,
Agree.
Yeah, it's I think I mean they really are. I mean they're going that direction. I think we have little side storylines around this that are happening. So does anything has grown out of this a little bit? And now with the hope for the future, him trying to really bring that up again, kind of like we need to step up and like screw Richard's kids. Do that kind of, Thomas is kind of part of that. But we have, I love it. The side, Miss Hope talks to Deacon, and on my telethon, Sean Kanan said she got no place to talk about her relationship, and they kind of had it out at El Giardino, and I felt sad because they both worked so hard to get where they are, but he sees obviously Thomas as a threat, but she sees Sheila as a threat more, which is true. Which is true in terms of if you go pound for pound evilness.
yeah.
But it's still not good for her too, though. Thomas still has that side. So it's like he's not completely wrong either. And it's just like they're coming in, they what she calls him dad, they love each other and all this stuff, but they both feel so strongly about their person. Like, how are they gonna work this out? But I'm loving the scenes between Sean and Annika. Annika always
Brings
be
it.
another who's going to be nominated for Emmys or not nominated and don't go get nothing. She's always good at everything. And yes, I love her new hairstyle because it's a new hope.
Yes.
So anyway, I'll just start off with that.
They're changing her whole style, her hair, her clothes.
Everything.
She's wearing eyeliner.
She's not wearing prairie dresses
more
anymore.
Fleshed out. She's more human.
Yeah.
Hope is more human.
I'm conflicted because she's messing with fire. Let's be real. But Thomas also is bringing out a side of her that's fun.
It is.
It's like Brooke's side.
It's a side that's never going to go away again now that it's out and expressed.
Correct.
Whether Thomas is in the picture or not.
Right.
He'll continue to nurture that side of her. Yeah.
I do think she was being a hypocrite though.
Yeah.
Like I love Hope. She's like one of my favorites, but how can you say that? Like, what? You're dating Thomas. I was sad, James, too, because I was hoping that they would like bond on this issue. Like, well, everyone hates it. They hate me with him. They hate like bond over it. But no. Mm-mm.
I agree, Tami. She's definitely more human. Like Leb said, she even said DK would see the kids without Sheila. He said, "I'll do it without Sheila. I'll come see the kids." She's like, "No." So it's like you are being hypocritical. You're being a little hypocritical because Liam just did a whole thing towards you about that, about Beth being around Tom. So I'm like, wait a minute, what's going on? I mean, it's messed up all the way around.
Yeah.
And because she called out Liam, we talked about last time, because he still wants Steffi. So he wrong too. They're all wrong. Everybody just wrong.
Can I say, woo, okay. I'm gonna say I love Scott Clifton. Hi, Scott. But Liam, no, Liam needs to stop. Okay,
he's turning into his father.
Yes, he's turning into
a Spencer man.
Tami, he was in the office talking to Steffi's photo. He is turning into Thomas.
I just think it's kind of fascinating. Writers are probably doing this on purpose. Hope is tapping into mommy and her ways. Liam is tapping into his father and his obsession type of focus he has when he's in, he zeroes in on someone and thinks he can have it all. It's fascinating.
It is.
Liam, I like this.
Me too.
We've talked about this before, but I think with Thomas saying, look, just either make him bad or good. Like pick a side, right? And it's been that issue with Liam. He's either, if he's going to be good, then stop making him such a jackass. Like pick a side. And maybe they're finally saying, okay, here's the real Liam. And I hope they stay here in this lane instead of going like this.
Yeah. Me too.
Because I like Liam like this.
Well, it's interesting.
Yeah.
They're every couple's been either blown up or on the verge of being blown up. Like they really have kind of now they're saying of Zende, RJ, Luna. We got Steffi, Finn, Liam, Hope, Tom, like that. All that. You know, like then we got Sheila and Deacon over here, and then like it's been. And who knows where Taylor fit in all this stuff? I mean, she came back for a minute and whatever. But
Yeah.
Then we got Bill and Poppy.
Yeah. Penelope, whatever.
Yeah.
That's
not what they named you.
Liam stayed up to his mother, was like, no, I like my cousin in my life.
Yeah.
Like,
oh, that was so funny. Lee was like,
I'm glad he's good.
She was like, no, you're not going to hang out with her. You're not going to do this. You're not going to do that. They're leaving. And he goes, well, she was just at my house. And what? Her whole face changed. What? Yeah, we hung out last night. What? Lee really wants them gone.
She does.
She's scaring me.
Ethel's like, at least Bill Spencer is hot. Well, you know he is hot. Amanda, I'm praying to the bold gods that Luna is not his daughter. It should be Kelly. That's not happening. They ain't going that direction.
No.
Luna is his daughter. I'm sorry. It is. It has to be.
So is this a one-night stand? That he doesn't remember?
He used to be a playboy, Tami, remember?
He said, was that a club? Was it at a bar? Like we used to, back in the day.
Yeah. And I thought her seeing him at the restaurant when he came over would throw her. But she didn't blink an eye when she saw him.
No.
Which surprised me. Like she's been hiding her daughter, like, who her father is, her entire life.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, sorry, that took me by surprise. I thought she had more reaction.
No, it was just no. She was very just like, yeah, I'm having lunch with my daughter.
Yeah, very like yeah.
Trying to shut them down.
Luna made me laugh because she was like telling everything. Because Poppy was like, I've never even seen New York, never been around it, never even been by it. And Luna's like, yeah, but we're from San Francisco. Maybe it was there. And Poppy was like, damn it. Damn it.
Mm-hmm. Poppy, you can see it in her face. They traded Wyatt for Luna, possibly.
Well, I was thinking, back in the day when poor Lee drives off into the water and Bill saves her, finds her in the alleyway and saves her. And we're all, oh my gosh, it would be so amazing if Bill and Lee got together. Like, that would be an amazing storyline. Well, let's do this triangle of Penelope, Lee, and Bill.
I know. I'd be for it.
I would love that.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Because I like Katie with Carter. Okay, that's my dream couple.
Yes.
So yeah, I agree, Tami, because if he doesn't have someone else, he's gonna be bothering Katie. And it's hard to tell him no. We've all seen him in person, and it is hard to tell him no.
Yeah, it is hard to tell him no, yes.
Natasha in the chats.
Oh, great. Yeah, go ahead. Let me see the second one.
Deacon will marry Sheila to keep her away from Steffi and Finn.
That's kind of the point. He thinks he can handle Sheila. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
He said to everybody, he thinks he can handle her. He thinks she's changed. He can handle her.
Has she?
But
no.
Well, Steffi punched her in the face. Steffi said, no, bitch, and punched her in the face.
Oh, I was going to tell you guys. Why do they keep poking the bear? They keep poking the bear that ate her toe. Leave it alone. They just keep, she thinks she's in love, right? She's minding her business right now. And they just keep poking, like the spaghetti, and then the punch, and then the like Taylor going over there. I'm like, stop poking her, okay? Stop. Not gonna help.
Yeah, let her be. She needs to be poked. She has not changed. She will never change. Poke the bear and get, like Bill said, get out of town. Get out of town. Just leave. This charade, you're being a little working at the restaurant and being in love with Deacon, is all an illusion.
Right, but just let her have it. You know what?
No, she's not allowed to leave.
Getting shot.
She's not allowed to be happy. She's not allowed to be happy. Not allowed to be happy.
There you go.
Well, that's the problem. Right? All she wants is to be loved.
Incapable of it.
Well, that's the question he asked. You said, I've changed, honey. Yeah, and your mother, people have changed. She can't change.
Deacon, you can't compare Deacon with Sheila. Deacon has a soul and a conscience.
Sound like Hope. You sound like Hope.
I'm sorry, you can't compare Sheila and Thomas. You can't.
Did you say can't?
No.
You can't. But
You
however,
can't.
What?
However, comma.
I disagree, guys. He ran someone off the road, didn't say anything. He basically teamed up with Sheila. Then he kept a baby from Hope. He's not the greatest, Tami.
Absolutely agree, but he's not Sheila. Sheila's a psychopath, a sociopath, whatever path you want to define her.
She's a path.
Yes.
Okay.
And Thomas is a path as well.
He is.
He's like James was saying, there are actors and then there are actors.
Yeah,
there are sociopaths and then there are sociopaths. There's a different grade here.
All right, Tami.
Is God playing with fire? Absolutely.
Oh, yes.
Is she gonna get burned? Absolutely.
Oh, yes. Because if she doesn't fall in love with him, he's gonna lose his mind. Oh, how do y'all like how she sang? I love you for that. Right? That's what she said to Thomas. I love you for that. All he heard was, I love you more than Liam. You're the greatest thing that ever walked, and I want you for life. That's what he heard. And then when he said, you said you love me, and she went, did I? I guess I did. I guess I did. Oh, what are you doing? Don't tell him that. Oh, this is going to hell in a handbasket, James.
It is.
Absolutely is. But it sure is fun watching it go down.
She likes the attention. She likes the attention. It is.
Mm-hmm. And I'm sorry, but that boy is laying it down too.
He's laying it. I'm saying he knows how to take it down. He's giving it to her, and she's like, "That's." I tell you, birds sing, double unicorns leap. When you have good sex, there's no problem in the world. You can handle anything.
And it's driving Liam nuts.
It is.
That's the best part.
That's what I love.
How's funny?
Yep.
Liam's getting nothing right now. Stephanie got Finn.
Yep.
Hope got Thomas. Liam's the odd man out.
He's never alone. Ever.
Right. He's not used to that. He's definitely not used to being the odd man out, right?
Nope.
I don't think he's going to handle it well. Well, we already see he isn't handling it well. He's talking to photos and he's, what is it, Pete Tom? He's Pete Tomming? Peeping Tomming? Oh. Okay, I was just going to say Hope and Thomas are fire, though.
Yeah.
It reminds me of the affair with Carter and Quinn.
Oh, yeah. And now my girl's on General Hospital playing singing fiddle to her
I
mother.
just want her to stay forever. I just love her so
I know.
much. Did you see her pierced nail
Yes, I
with the
love it.
jewelry? I was like, oh my gosh,
Well,
she's
she
got
did a
a
whole
little-
thing online about who she got her nails done by.
I love that. I'm gonna do a little piercing for the holidays, like right there or somewhere.
You a girl. Um,
Yeah. Good photos, Tami.
the other people are upset about is the Logan girls being so heavily involved in Eric's storyline. They're like, "That's not your dad. You have your own dad, played by Patrick Duffy." And I said, well, since Donna's their sister,
Yeah.
and
And
Brooke
Brooke's
was
been married to Eric.
Right.
Like,
Here's the
They have
problem.
kids together.
Here's the problem. They have not shown Brooke's point of view yet. They haven't. It's all through Ridge's eyes and RJ. They have not shown. It was like saying, Brooke, you were married, you loved him too. Then you have two children. We have not seen her. We have not seen her side.
well, the minute they reunited Brooke with Ridge, they emasculated her.
Yeah.
She's now back to, oh, whatever Ridge says,
Mhm.
Dean Ridge, she's a doormat again.
Yep.
It's
I agree.
pathetic.
Yep.
It's like what they did to Ava on General Hospital.
Yeah.
Finally, Ava's come back to life, right?
Finally, yes.
Finally. Because I'm
Yeah.
so sick of seeing these powerful women just chopped off at the knees. So, and that's what they've done to Brooke. The minute they reunited her with Ridge, and was it always like that even back in the day?
No. But see,
No, not to this extent.
the problem is, and I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it for everybody. Nobody else is saying it. I'll say it for everybody. I know so you guys agree. We need female head writers. We need female executive producers. I think some of these shows are literally from a man's point of view. So that's where we get damsel in distress. That's where we get declawed, defanged women. That's why, to me, that's another show. Certain characters, I was say Nina, but that's another show. Certain characters, it's like we say, make them this or make them that. Like, just like, why are we waffling back and forth? Why are we not committing to the stronger side of these women? Whether they're vixens or evil or good or whatever, we see, they do a good job at Hope, but we barely have Taylor on right now, and they've defanged Brooke. Yeah, she's a go-to. She's a go-to. I think we have female writers that are leads, and I think we'll get different storyline, and the women will go back to being stronger. That's just my opinion. I think in chat some of you guys agree with me. I just feel like that's just this is male. These are male thoughts. Not saying we can't write soaps; they can, but I just think right now all the soaps could use a female touch right now. I think they are. I think we see some different storylines.
I think Bold and Beautiful did an enormous disservice when they had Brooke and Taylor leave Ridge, stand up for themselves, and then had Brooke return to Ridge.
Yep.
Because it's just reinforcing that age old. You can't be happy without a man, regardless of the fact that he treats you like a doormat. He treats you with disrespect. He lies to you continuously, but I love him. She found that respect when she and Taylor, she and Taylor found that respect for themselves. And to have B&B make that choice to play into that stereotype of now the women are fighting again. Women always have to be fighting with each other.
It's true.
Storyline or in life, you got to pit the women against each other. And the only time they can be happy is if they go back to these old patterns. And it's such a disservice. It's insulting to watch this.
Black Love said, B&B has always been about the women on the show, strong, diverse women characters. They have been. They're all preach Tami. I'm not agreeing with Tami completely. I mean, it's like
Me too.
they're women. They're the women of the show. They're telling you.
Well, the original Stephanie was definitely not a doormat.
No.
And neither was, I almost said Darlene. Darlene Conley. Sally, yeah.
Yeah, they weren't doormats.
She was no doormat.
They weren't. I mean, they're strong women. So I just think, so they didn't try to bring it up. Marcus, he's adopted by Eric, Donna's son. He's not there. We have Rick and Bridget by her.
Texas Battle.
Texas Battle. He's hot. Bridget's coming back, but where's Rick? And which Rick? There's like 10 Ricks they could choose from.
Yeah.
Then you also have Thorne coming back apparently, but where's Felicia and Kristen? And I know one of the Kristens, and she's like, they have not talked to her. So I don't know. So it's kind of like, I get schedules are weird and pay, budgets, folks. It's like it's budgeting, but there could be some way, even if it's just quick, fast, hurry, to have all his kids around him.
That would be so cool. Yeah.
Okay, give a few lines here. I mean, just one day, just one episode, at least, or have them call in, or something, or something.
Zoom.
Just zoom in.
Yeah, Zoom.
I have no idea, but I think everybody's kind of talking about that too. But they feel like it's just Logan. And I said, well, I get kind of why it's that way a little bit, because Brooke and Donna are the sisters. And Katie are the sister of Donna. They feel Katie's role is too big. So I was like, but her Tom.
But he's like their dad to her.
I'm saying Heather Tom, a tear in her eye, then I got a tear in my eye. She's just so. Yeah, Kyle Lott. Well, there's Kenneth, my other friend, Justin Torkelson, who won the Emmy as Rick, is available. I can tell you right now, he's available. He lives here in Los Angeles, so I'm friends with him. He's totally available. He was a good Rick. There's also, I don't know what Jacob Young's doing, but there's that Rick also. So there's several Ricks to choose from, because Kyle Lowder is a newscaster from Northern California, but he is doing days here and there. But days is 6 months ahead. Their whole schedule is very different than the other soaps. So you could have taped his scenes months ago if they're airing now. I know everybody was saying, and I've heard this before, Kenneth, which would be cute, but I don't know. Get Susan Flannery out of retirement.
Yeah.
And usher Eric into heaven. That's the whole thing. Stevie's come back. Part of me thinks they won't do it because it may feel like it's just a diss to Donna, possibly. I don't know. I don't know if Susan Flannery's going to, I have no idea. But yeah, Katie has always been on Eric's side. Well, she has. Katie has always been an Eric supporter. So, I get you. The Logan girls are close to the family. They are close to the family. But I think so.
Yeah.
But I get why folks are like, why couldn't that be Bridget? Or why couldn't that be Felicia? Or why couldn't that be Kristen's daughters? Why couldn't it be one of them instead? Or Brooke. It's like, why couldn't it be Brooke?
Well, Brooke helped Stephanie when she was dying.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
And I love Bridget. I wish they would bring her back. I love Ashley Jones.
Yeah.
She's like one of my favorites.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah.
But the thing is, I just think we haven't seen Brooke's full reaction yet. I'm just waiting to see if they're going to touch on that, because they had a life together too. She actually married Eric first.
Yeah.
Rich was married to Caroline. So
Rich has always been.
They're saying, didn't Steph have a twin? Yes, she had Phoebe.
Yes. And she was adorable and sweet.
Yeah, they said maybe Phoebe can usher him into heaven. That'd be cute too. But I'll tell you something. Anna Lee died in real life on General Hospital, but when John Engel died in real life, and they had Edward die on General Hospital, they had actors behind portray them, and it looked really real. They had a great. Lila had a little bun. They did a great job where they walked up to heaven, and it was very touching. So it can't. They do all kind of stuff, but I know a lot of folks would love to see Flannery. We just know that Susan is retired. And some folks, just like Tony, they're not working. They're living their lives like it's golden. Not everybody wants to work till they die.
Yeah. See with her grandkids.
You know what?
Go ahead. What do you want?
I think Bold did this remind me with who in a hospital, they died, and they stepped outside their body.
It sounds
Stephanie?
A lot of soaps, but I don't know anymore.
I think they might have done that with Stephanie. I'd have to go back and watch.
That would be kind of cool if Eric passes away and then he walks out of his body, he sees his family grieving or what have you, and then there's someone there in the room with.
Oh, Tami, you know what happened recently?
Who?
His character, Mike on General Hospital. He left his body.
Who?
And then Max Gale, who played Sonny's father.
That's it. That's it.
And Courtney, the daughter, came.
Yes.
We saw recently.
That would be cool. Like someone
that
would be
Courtney.
Cool.
Yeah, and Courtney, his daughter, walked.
Yeah, I got goosebumps.
He stepped outside his body, looked at himself, sitting there with them grieving, and he was sitting there looking at himself, and then they went off.
Yeah,
so that was General Hospital. Certain shows they've done it, but no, that was them. That was recent. I said you probably watched that.
Yeah, you guys, man. Definitely. You guys. Yes. All right. You know what? Y'all talked me into it. I'm going to watch General Hospital this week. I'm going to watch it this week. You guys have talked me into it.
Yeah. Hopefully it's exciting. Stephanie and Brooke were sitting on the bench. And
right.
Stephanie and her sister were at the beach. And her sister died. Miss Betty White. Betty White was so good in that role. Oh, my gosh. She was so good.
I loved it. Yeah.
Now there is a whole other side to this as we start to wrap this up a little bit. There's folks who think Eric isn't dying.
Right.
The doctor is shady, or Sheila did something, or they're thinking Donna was poisoning him, she's not poisoning him. But they were saying if Eric doesn't kick the bucket and put it in the so there'll be one pissed off fan. I don't know. Bowles done all kind of shit on the show. We know they've done anything. I mean, so it could be totally like he doesn't die. I mean,
find a cure or whatever.
Yeah, it could be like an experimental treatment.
Well, it's kind of like Gregory on General Hospital.
Yes.
They have to find a management situation.
Right.
Like with ALS, it's progressive, but they have to be able to find that storyline where it's now manageable for the next 2 or 3 years.
Right.
I love Gregory so much.
There we go.
It's just like anyway. So I'm hoping if they do that with Eric, I'm cool with it.
There's some folks who don't think Eric's dying. There's some folks who don't believe it. But we don't know. Like seriously, we don't know.
With Bold, you don't
know.
All
that Bold said was bring tissue boxes.
Yes. Casey said that. I was like,
oh crap. That's all he said. That's all he said.
Okay. Well.
I don't know what that means. That could mean anything, right? That could be just it's gonna be a sad time. I don't know. But it has been a sad time.
Very.
So I've been using tissue boxes.
I've been crying a lot.
I've been crying a lot too. Oh, this is rough for me.
This is a hard time for me anyway.
Yeah.
Like you, James. My dad died like right before Christmas in 2020. So yeah.
It's really rough. It's
difficult.
Like, wow, my patriarch is gone. It's like this is interesting. So watch this happen to another patriarch. It's very interesting. And it's actually the power of good television.
Sure.
Where you can relate to something that's happening on screen. If the actors are actually giving you something that affects you in real life, that's actually a gift. It's a gift. I mean, not every actress can do that. Not every storyline can do that. Not every show can do that. And so I'm crying or laughing or whatever in these scenes. I'm like, that's really good. That's a sign of a show that actually can evoke that emotion out of you, where you can relate to it.
My concern is that if John McCook leaves, if Eric dies, that void, Ridge cannot fill that void of the patriarch.
No.
He's incapable of it. I can see Brooke.
Maybe people are saying that. Brooke's
stepping into that matriarchal role, but Ridge is a dead weight. Like they're gonna really have to revamp Brooke, pick it up a few notches, because the role she's in now is not the matriarchal role.
Well, it's funny you said that, Tami. Everyone's talking about that. Is saying maybe it's time for the Queen. She's also the last of the 4 originals left.
Yeah.
Right.
And I could, if they write her well, it can work.
Absolutely. No question.
She's like, Rich, I gotta leave this. I gotta leave this family, and we gotta keep it. I can see her stepping into that role.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Steffi being upset about it, and then I mean, I can see a whole thing.
I could see them moving into the mansion, right? Brooke and Ridge moving into the mansion.
Right. The whole thing is, if Eric leaves, Tami is correct. It's going to depend on what they write immediately afterwards, if it's going to be successful or not. Right? It's like so Eric is dead. So now, like, what storylines right after that? Is there a fight for power? I'd watch that. Is it a fight? Is Donna thinking I would take my place now? I mean, I would, but she's not married to him.
To your point, though, there was a moment when he said to Donna, "You're going to be taken care of. Don't worry."
Yes, he said that.
Eric said to her, "You're going to be taken care of." One of my all-time favorite plot lines is the reading of the will. I hope there's something like that. And he appoints his successor in the will. Mm-hmm. That would be soapy, like, oh my God.
Goodness, soapy goodness.
It would.
That would be fabulous.
It would.
So I'm saying that's what's going to be the test. It's like, sure, well, the whole sad thing would happen, he dies, blah, blah. It's just immediately what comes out of that will determine the success of the show. It's like, if they could go on, because every time somebody died, someone else was still on the show. So when Steffi left, there was still Eric.
Right.
And so, but now that she's gone, if he goes, Brooke would be the natural successor.
Jeremy says it could be Steffi.
That's what I'm saying. I would love to see a fight of that. Steffi going, well, I'm named after my grandmother. I'm CEO of the company. That's the whole thing. Hi, Joy Jensen. Eric and Donna are not married.
Were they ever?
That we know.
We never saw them get married.
So they were together, but they were married? I thought they were married in the past.
Oh, in the past, but not now.
No, not married now.
Not now, but in the past they were married. Yeah.
Everybody's asking because if she dies, she's not the wife.
No.
Not next to kin. Right. So I'm saying it's unless secretly at the will reading, as you say, oh yeah, we're married. We married. Yeah. So flash.
Wouldn't that be fabulous? Because if I were Eric, I want to be married so she had rights. Because if it's not legal,
right?
If somebody wants to contest it, then
it might be Brooke. They have children together. I know it's gonna be next. Well, see, next of kin is his children. At this point, sure. I literally just went through this. So because Donna's not his wife, so or a partner of like over 10 years, where it doesn't even matter. So children. So the 5 kids plus Marcus, who he adopted, which is Donna's son, they're the next in line. So just leave that where that is, and that could be a good storyline, right? If they do it right. But it's the 5, not the grandkids, none of that.
Right.
It's the 5. So in his will, back to Tami's point, it has to be really written well to where he's like naming. Is like, or saying who he doesn't want to. They always say it's more important to put it in who you don't want to get things. So that's the thing.
I want Carter to do the reading of the will.
Right, of course.
Right?
Oh
my God, that's amazing.
I won't hear a word he says, but yeah. I'm joking. I'm resist.
Oh my gosh.
I heard he might not be at the Emmys either this year. So
right.
I'm like saying that's my buddy.
This sucks.
Family stuff. I know, family stuff. So yes, I asked earlier in chat, the Emmys are in literally two weeks from yesterday. They're in 2 weeks, and I'm completely not ready. And we don't know if we're going yet. I'm going to assume we are. I have no idea. We don't know any of the setups. It's at the Western Bonaventure Hotel, which is a nice size hotel, but I have no idea what they blocked off or what. I have no idea where it's going to be at exactly. We don't know the spacing. At the old location, Pasadena Convention Center, it was long and big. There was plenty of room for everybody. We literally have no idea. This has all been put together so quickly. I think they're still putting it together. bit by bit. No, I'm gonna do a little Sondheim for it. But I think that's kind of so folks you were asking earlier the questions we all applied. Everybody knows applied. Just waiting to hear. I'm assuming it's this week, but I've gotten confirmation same week before from the
Yeah.
Emmys.
Yeah.
We got like 3 or 4 days before. I mean, like it's same week. I think with me and Tami, like last year, we just discussed we're both going to go. If we get approved, we're going to go. And I had outfit ready already. I don't know about you, Tami. I don't remember. I already had one set aside. I was ready. And
Oh,
Tami
yeah.
had lived away, so we were fine. This year, we just have no. I put all our names. I put Frank's name down. I put everybody. I have no idea what's going to happen or we're all waiting. If you do tell Don to say hello, I'll be busy saying hello myself. Sorry, Kenneth. No, we'll see. So everybody's been asking. Thank you for asking. We have no answers for you right now. We know where they are, and we have the schedule, but we have no idea if we're going yet. So we'll find. We'll let you guys know. Since I know, let you guys know. But it's in 2 weeks, kids. 2 weeks. And then it's Christmas the week later. It's like so weird.
I know.
Yeah, that's weird.
I was like, James, coming is that coming? Are you coming? Like, are you coming up? Like, so I was thinking about going earlier and then coming back for my mom. I don't know. Now at the Emmys thing, I'm like, we'll see. Folks, that's your Bold and Beautiful for this week. Next week, our last episode of the year of 2023. Amanda, Russ, how is the Bold and Beautiful podcast going? What's going on?
Good. I just put out 3 episodes. And we did a fashion review.
And I didn't submit my stuff. I'm so sorry. But you know what?
That's okay.
To that point, the purple dress from Friday's episode, that's it.
Right?
The original fashion show?
It wasn't in the fashion show.
And that's the reason I've been so like, that purple dress is it for me. That is it.
Gorgeous.
I have one of their Bold and Beautiful podcast books.
Oh, yay. Yeah, you can find me on all the socials at The Bold and Beautiful Podcast and at Russ360.
Yes. And Tami Goveia.
Yes, Instagram, Tami Goveia. X, Tami Goveia. And I don't know. I might cancel X. I don't know.
My brother did.
Yeah. It's yeah. Anyway, and Facebook, Tami Goveia as well. So engage. Say hi.
James Lott Jr. We're all James Lott Jr. sold at James Lott Jr. Also via platforms. That's right, kids. Even TikTok. What TikTok star? Check me out. We will see you next week.